Hey everyone, welcome into the reading. So this is going to be a weekly read for all of the zodiac signs. So we're going to look at a 7-day time period, the week of June 22nd through June 28th, 2026. Now, even though we are intending for it to be a weekly read, I will say that for some of you, these readings are more generalized or more big picture, long term. So just take it as you relate to them. My intention, as always, is that it provides you with some sort of insight and perspective. And I do have so much faith in the universe, in spirit, in source, that whatever comes out in these readings is meant for someone to hear, and hopefully it's useful. All right, well, that's it for now. We'll see you in the reading. Hey Aries, welcome into your reading. All right, so we're going to get started with getting an overall energy card from the Enchanted Path Oracle deck. Then we'll go into your personal energy with the Moonchild Tarot, and then get details with the Magical Hours Tarot. All right, what's up with the Aries this week, please? Aries, overall general message for the Aries. What is it with the Aries? Patience. Good things come to those who wait. So you're super excited about something. I can feel it coming through like instantly. Like when an Aries is excited, right? Like that feeling of just get on with it already. Like, let's do the thing already. Maybe you're just pacing a little bit, but something is requiring you to work on your sense of patience. Maybe it's a good opportunity to just practice that, like, especially if you're not too good at it, you know. Something's not ready. Okay, that's for sure. So even though you want to do the thing already, say the thing already, it's not time. It's not ready to be said. It's not done. It's not cooked. It's not developed. It's still in its earlier stages, or maybe it's about to happen, but definitely not ready. All right. You're waiting on you're waiting on a result. You're waiting on a word. You're waiting on someone to give you the okay. For some of you, there's a lot of introspection happening, and maybe you're not too comfortable with that, right? Like you're not too comfortable with things being stagnant because it gives you time to think and to reflect and be in your head instead of taking action and like doing the thing. So maybe you're not good at that yet, or it's just not something that you're comfortable doing, so you don't like to be there. But it's coming, okay? It's just not here yet. All right. Personal energy for the Aries. What's up with the Aries personal energy? Mind, heart, body, soul, please. Knight of Pentacles. Yeah, more patience. It's funny to see that for the Aries, you know, because you're just you're literally the first sign of the zodiac. You're like cardinal fire. It's like, go, go, go. Let's get the thing done. Let's do it already. There is protection vibes coming through strongly here with this card. The Knight of Pentacles is a type of person who is methodical, who is cautious, very practical, dependable, wants to do the right thing, thinks things through, does the research, makes sure that the move that they're making is smart. It's the right move, right? Like, done all the work to make sure that like whatever choice is made, it's not the wrong choice. There's no mistakes. Efficiency is another thing with the Knight of Pentacles, like because of the research and the thought process that goes into making a choice. When they do make the choice and they move on with, you know, taking the action and doing the thing, they're very efficient because they've already planned it out and thought it through. So there's something about that, but definitely energy of something is not ready. Something is taking a long time. You got to think it through. Even though you would just love to like take the leap and like just go toward it already. Like, you know, the best course of action is to wait and make sure that everything is taken care of before this thing happens, right? Queen of Swords, Four of Swords, the World. Well, I like the Four of Swords here with all of this like slow moving, patient energy, just because it gives you time to rest and like calm down and do some self-love, self-care. Trying to get out of the mind, you know, and maybe connect more with like your higher self. I'm getting higher self with the swords, even though it's mental energy. I still feel that the swords are very much connected to these higher parts of us in our psyche, right? So it's not necessarily intuitive, but it's way more awareness and consciousness than intuition here. So connecting with your awareness, with your presence, right? Like with your ability to see all aspects of a situation, to see through a situation, is highlighted here during this time of rest and patience. It feels like you can see your world changing and it's in like slow motion. It feels very slow moving, or like maybe it's not, maybe externally it's moving at normal speed, but you're so aware and present of every single moment that when you do that, it's like frames of a camera, right? Or like when you're so present and aware, you take advantage of every second, every moment. So therefore things seem slower, are perceived to be slower, to take longer, even though in reality, it's just normal, right? Like normal time. But there's something about time here. I want to say this is Jasmine, but I'm not sure. Is that Jasmine? I'm looking at the camera. Maybe. What is that? There's like purity coming through here. Innocence, purity. Maybe there's like a child involved. And this energy of pure love, pure, like, I'm getting the word like heaven or like heavens, is surrounding you, right? Like that essence, that vibe, that energetic frequency is starting to like engulf your life or your self. I don't know how to explain that. Like I'm getting like a vine that takes over whatever is around it. And it could be more so for protection, or you may be protecting something. But you did plant a seed, whether that's literally, figuratively, metaphorically, symbolically. You planted a seed and you're seeing it come to fruition. It's going to come to its peak point at some point, right? Like you're seeing the seed like grow, and it's gonna come to like a heightened level. I don't know what that means, but that's how I'm hearing it. Yeah, but either way, it's still changing your world, right? Like this is a big change for you. Okay, Queen of Cups, Queen of Swords, Queen of Cups. Interesting. Three of Wands. The Fool. Well, I do associate the Fool sometimes with Aries, but here's when things start to happen and take over and start to like get going. So at the end of this rest period, you're going to hear from a Queen of Cups type of person. All right. I do feel that the Queen of Cups is not you. This is a different energy in your reading that's coming through that wants to be known, wants to be seen. So this person is, in fact, very nurturing. Whereas you're using your awareness and your higher consciousness, this person uses their intuition and their psychic abilities, their heart. Okay. Their heart is big. Their love is big. This is like mother type, very feminine energy here. And I do think that they've been waiting for the word. They've been waiting for you to say something about whatever it is that you're about to do here with the Patience and the Knight of Pentacles. Like you're doing something. And they're coming to you with not just the fact that they're waiting with the Three of Wands, but they're also coming to you with saying like, how can I help? What can I do? You know, like, what do you need from me? Because here's the seed. The Three of Wands is very often associated with the fact that you already planted the seed, you already made the choice, you already took an action, and now you're waiting for results to come through. And so they're coming through like, oh, I'm here because it's time. Maybe they're early, or maybe this thing is prolonging itself and it's late, right? Something, there's something to do with time, like being early, showing up early, something coming early. At the same time, something is late. I don't know. But it's very much a new start here with the World and the Fool for sure. All right. Let's get a takeaway message from the Sacred Geometry Oracle. Friendship. The energy of friendship supports our intrinsic desire for connection with others based on mutual affection and appreciation. All right. So people that you care about, people who care about you, your support team, your support system are coming through asking how they can help, what they can do. Maybe you're the friend asking how you can help with getting a situation going or something like that. I do think that it's like very, because the fact that there's people here showing up, and I felt that from the get-go of like community, like helping, waiting for some, taking, like protecting something. It feels like there's a lot of people involved in this thing, especially a child. Okay, I do get that for sure. And maybe you're teaching a child about friendship or learning what it is to be a friend, or like really seeing who your friends are in some way. It's very pure. It's very innocent. It's very loving. Like there's a lot of white light here surrounding this whole thing, right? Like heavenly light, like what is it? God, Christ consciousness type of stuff. Like it's very, I don't know. It's beautiful. It's a really nice, I love how it feels. So yeah, that's your reading. I don't know how that helped, and I hope it did help, but good luck to you and this week and this time of life, and we'll see you on the next one. Bye. Hey Taurus, welcome into the reading. We're going to get started with the weekly overall general message from the Enchanted Path Oracle, then go into your personal energy with the Moonchild Tarot, and then get details from the Magical Hours Tarot. All right, Taurus. What's up with the Taurus at this time, please? Manifestation. Focus on what you truly desire. The universe will respond. Yes. All right, so this week you are working on something, and if you're not, the universe is asking you to. The universe is saying, like, if you really want the thing, Taurus, you got to do something about it, okay? I always say this in readings, but when it comes to manifestation, there's a huge level of action that needs to take place. It's not just the intention that goes out, okay? Unless you're like a master practitioner and you've been doing this for 30 years and you know how to, your spell work is like on point. But other than that, there is a sense of action that needs to be taken. Okay. So your focus, your energy should go toward these things, right? Mind, heart, body, soul. All of those put together will get you the thing that you want, right? Your mind, you have to think about it. You have to come up with your plan. You have to intellectualize it, like research it, whatever. Heart, you have to feel connected, emotionally connected. You have to feel like you already have the thing that you're asking for, right? Mind, heart, body. Obviously, the body means doing the physical thing. And then the soul, right? Working on your spiritual connection to manifest this thing. Okay. All right. Personal energy. Mind, heart, body, soul. All of these different facets coming together to make the whole. Oh my God. Look at that. The Magician with manifestation. You're literally working on something. You're going to get it. You're going to get it. Okay. This is your energy. You're on the right path. You're doing the right things. You're using your skill set, your talents, your resources, especially to get things going, right? Like you are, and I did say that, right? Unless you're a master practitioner, but like somehow, some way, you're a master at this thing. And you've probably been working at it for quite some time. You've been preparing for it, practicing it, whatever. But your inner power is coming through strong here. Okay. The power that resides within your soul is what is going to propel and push this thing forward. And I'm getting that like you have complete confidence that you're able to get this thing done and accomplish the thing. I'm also getting, for some of you, you have changed. Okay. And I think that you're seeing that in you. Like something about you is different. You're more intentional now. Yeah, more intentional. Like maybe before you didn't really care about how things were going to go. Maybe before you were satisfied with things and how they were, right? Like it is what it is mentality, and that was enough for you and that's okay for you. But there is something here that's requiring, or not requiring. There's a part of you now that's changed, it's different. And you desire, right? Like you desire again. There's things that you want. There's things that you desire. And maybe the desire was missing before. All right, what else for the Taurus? Let's see. What's up with the Taurus, please? Love that. Ace of Cups. Six of Pentacles. Ooh, the Lovers. Okay. Definitely people, or at least one person in your environment in this whole situation that wants to come through. There is an energy of like reciprocal energy here with the Six of Pentacles. You're very generous right now. Okay, so I don't know if that's like generous with your time, generous with your affection, but you're giving focus, you're giving attention to something. And for a Taurus to give their attention to something, and like, especially if it's like intentional attention, that means a lot, you know, like, because you're not going to give your effort into just anything. You're not going to pursue just anything. And here with the Six of Pentacles, it's making me feel like you're present, you're aware, you're conscious about what you're giving to others or to another. You're doing it at your own will with your whole heart, right? Like this, if this is not a romantic situation, you are helping another person or you're helping a group of people. So you're being generous with your time, with your money, with your home, like whatever that is. And you're coming from a place of love and goodwill, genuine care. But for most of you, this does have to do with a romantic situation here with the Lovers. And you've chosen to go down this path with this person at this time. Okay. What else? I'm getting like a pact. I'm getting a pact, a deal. Whether that's like in this lifetime or in a past lifetime, You made a deal with somebody. Yeah. This person's coming through here, male or female, King of Wands. Now, this could be you as well, just because a King of Wands can definitely be magician-like. But there's a lot of desire. There's a lot of desire. And I was saying that earlier, right? But the King of Wands usually comes with a level of desire. I don't know. I feel like you're getting away. I meant getting away with this person, but the way it was going to come out is like getting away with something. So I don't know how those two correlate. Like you're getting away with it, but at the same time, it feels like you're getting away with this person, if that makes sense. There is a change, and I want to say increase, but it's like a movement to moving forward with another, or with a King of Wands type of person. Oh, I don't know if this is what you've been manifesting, to have an opportunity with this person, but it's here. Okay, the Wheel of Fortune is making me feel like this is what you have manifested. Okay, and I feel like you're in complete fantasy. You're in the clouds here with the Four of Swords. So I don't know if like there's a lot of, yeah, it feels like if you're just starting to talk to them, you're falling for them, they're falling for you. There's a lot of like romantic conversation or romantic feelings here that makes you feel out of this world or on top of the world, if that makes sense. But there's a lot of desire coming through, and you want this to the point where it's waking you up. It's igniting these inner, like more primal, more lower chakra sensations within you. It's a really sensual and sexual energy. Okay. But yeah, I mean, there's not a lot else here to say except for you spending time with this person. You do feel at ease and calm, like if you're just away, like if you went on vacation with somebody, right? Like it was just you and them for like a few days, like getting away from the world, getting away from the jobs, and all of the responsibilities. It makes me feel like that with the Four of Swords and how this energy is coming through, like staying like at a getaway, right? Like somewhere that's where it's just you by yourself, or even you and this person, but your ability to just rest and connect with your senses and be sensual. But yeah, I don't know how this is going to turn out, but this is definitely your energy for the week. Okay, I hope this helped and you got something out of it. We'll see you on the next one. Hey Gemini, welcome into the reading. So we'll get started with getting an overall message for the week from the Enchanted Path Oracle. Then we'll go into the personal energy for yourself with the Moonchild Tarot, and then get details from the Magical Hours Tarot. All right, what's up with the Gemini this week, please? One card for the overall energy for this reading for the Gemini. One card for Gemini. Wisdom. Seek wisdom and learn from every situation. Good. I mean, it's just do the right thing this week, right? Come from a place of experience. You don't want to make a choice that is going to impact you in any negative way, right? Maybe there is a situation that comes up this week that's very similar to something that happened before, and maybe before you would have responded or reacted differently from what you would now. So it's a chance to like redo something and do it differently this time. I'm getting that saying of like like doing something the same way without getting results every time is like insanity, right? Like if something isn't working, you know from experience that it's not working, then try it differently. Or maybe you know from experience how you know you have failed at something, just to keep trying and learn from it. And maybe you're teaching that and you're expressing that to another person or a group of people, but you're coming from a place of wisdom. You're the wise one at this time. You may be the person that people are going to for advice or inspiration or insight, something like that. You're coming through as the King of Swords. Love that. And the King of Swords, I mean, any king is coming through with a level of wisdom. Okay. The King of Swords, though, is very strategic. Okay. And there's a sense of patience and knowing when the right time is. And maybe as a Gemini, and if I'm sure if you're listening to this, you have like very strong Gemini placements, maybe patience and like waiting to react or waiting to act is something that you've always struggled with. And so now that you're at this level of life, or because you've learned from your mistakes or something like that, you're able to strike or to respond in an efficient, effective way at the right time. I'm getting timing is important, like knowing when to say the thing, knowing when to do the thing, knowing when to act on the thing. But it all comes with the level of strategy, okay, and planning out this whole situation and how you're going to go about it. I'm also getting something about protection or defensiveness as well. And if you find yourself in some sort of like conflict or debate, or needing to express yourself to prove a point or something like that, I think that you're going to do really well this week or at this time, because you have all of the facts and you know your stuff. Okay, like you're the wise one, you're the experienced one, so you know what you're talking about. You can back up your words, like that type of stuff. Okay, the Lovers, that is your card, so you're definitely showing up strong here. Nine of Swords. Think you're overthinking something. Be careful not to overthink the thing. Okay, come from what you know is best. Come from a place of experience, right? Like, you know what you're capable of. You know you can do the thing. You know you can get it. You have everything you need to do it. Like, be confident in that and try your best to not allow your thoughts to affect you or to dictate your choices. Oh, and I would understand, right? Because the King of Swords, right? Like they are in some sort of authoritative place, right? Even if you're not like a boss or something like that, like maybe there's something happening in your life where you have to make the decision, where you're responsible for something. And maybe you're lacking a little bit of confidence, or you're overthinking that. And this could be like, well, what if I fail again? You know, because you're learning from experience. You have failed before. And so I would understand how that type of experience can turn into a certain level of trauma when you're faced with a similar situation that that requires you to win, right? Like requires you to achieve something. And maybe before you weren't able to achieve it. But with the King of Pentacles, I don't know if this is you or someone else. I would imagine it's someone else, because King of Swords and King of Pentacles are very, very different energies. I think the King of Pentacles is coming through to as your backbone, as the person that you can lean on, right? Like, yes, it's like you're about to go off and fight, right? Or you're about to go off into this war or whatever. But you have backup. You know, you have somebody that can come through um and help you with it, or provide you with some sort of like the resources you need or something like that. But I think it's all for the sake of happiness and joy and love here with the Lovers. You're choosing to go this path for the sake of partnership and union. I don't know. There's something about waiting, and I was getting that right like earlier with the time. There's definitely something about waiting. Waiting for the right moment here. Waiting for the right person. It just doesn't feel like it's like if you okay, let's just say let's put like an example. Your whole life you have this perception or this vision. You have a vision of what partnership, union, love, true love, right? Like that's true magical love that's right for you. You know what that looks like. But you're presented with a moment here where you can have union or you can have partnership in some way, but it's not what it looked like in your head. You know, does that make sense? And it doesn't have to be relationship like love. It could be anything. But there was something that you saw that looked a certain way. There's an opportunity for you to have that, but it just does not look how you thought it would. And I think you're having to choose between, do I just take this opportunity that's in front of me and do it because it's here, because I have the opportunity, even though it doesn't look like what I thought, even though it doesn't match the vision I had? Or do I wait for the vision to come through? Do I wait for, what I really am guided toward or really connected with, or what your soul has always sort of connected with, right? And maybe that's where all of this hesitation is coming through, with the Nine of Swords, because there's all these what ifs, and it's hard for you to make a choice right now. And if we're talking about the King of Pentacles, being that other person, like if this is in fact a relationship situation, if we're talking about the King of Pentacles being that other person, it definitely does not look like what you thought it did. Okay. Let's see what else. Four of Cups, Eight of Wands, the Empress. I all of a sudden I feel like somebody here has to do something. Excuse me. Like it's like, no, I don't want to do it, but there is a chance for you to be the Empress, male or female. Like this is a really good opportunity. And you don't want, like, there's something about like a huge part of you just does not want to do it. But if you do change, this thing starts to move super quickly here with the Eight of Wands, and you'll be able to have everything you wanted and then some. Because this King of Pentacles, male or female, has everything that one would ever want. The only thing that they don't have is that they don't look how you thought they would, right? And that's like literally or figuratively, you know. But you'll be able to get and have the things that you want, or the life that you want, or whatever it is. So there is a level of strategy that's going into this as well, but you are definitely torn, okay? And when it comes to wisdom, it's like, what is this teaching you? What it's teaching you, in my opinion, is what you really value. Do you value the material? Because the King of Pentacles has the material and is able to give it. And if that's what you value, then great. Like, there's no judgment, right? Like, who would not want a better life? A secure, comfortable life to live. But if you value what you stand for, what you believe in about yourself, your convictions, right? Like who you are, what you want, then that's your choice, right? Like that's the outcome. That's the direction that you take. But the lesson here, or the wisdom, is going to come through, and it's going to teach you something about yourself, as all things do. So I don't know, it's like you have this choice with the Lovers, and you're going through it thinking about like what you should do, what could happen. You don't want to lose what your vision, or even lose yourself in the process, but at the same time you'll become something that you're not now, or that you've always wanted to be, or that you think you've always wanted to be, right? Like, who knows? This could just be like a moment of complete self-awareness, right? Like looking at yourself. Sorry, I was going to shuffle, but this card wanted to come out. All right, so takeaway message for the Gemini: intimacy. The energy of intimacy supports us trusting that we are safe to allow closeness. Is this what's missing? This is a takeaway message. So there's something about intimacy that's either lacking or that you're looking for. If you're coming through as a King of Swords, it's really hard to be intimate with the King of Swords energy. So you have to like break your guard down. Unless, I don't know, like maybe there could be some intimacy with the King of Swords if they find a like-minded person who is very intellectual and type A and, you know, whatever. But intimacy, it talks about the safety, right? So maybe you don't feel safe with this choice or this selection. And maybe that's the feedback. Like at the end of the day, what makes you feel safe? Go with that. All right. Well, that was your reading, Gemini. I hope it helped in some way and you got something out of it. We'll see you on the next one. Bye. Hey, Cancer. Welcome into the reading. So we're going to start off with a weekly general energy message from the Enchanted Path Oracle, then go into your personal energy with the Moonchild Tarot, and then get the details from the Magical Hours Tarot. All right, what's up with the Cancer at this time, please? Cancer, overall message for the Cancer for this time. Compassion. Show compassion towards yourself and others. Aw. Are you being too hard on yourself right now? Do you feel like you're dropping the ball? You could do better. I do think that that's like a constant with the Cancer energy. You're okay, you know, like the standards that you have for yourself are crazy high, and they always have been, compared to how others treat you or how other see you, right? Like everybody around you usually knows how amazing you are, and there's nothing that they need that's like that you're not giving. Do you know what I mean? Like They're not lacking anything from you. Like, you're giving everything that you can most of the time. But your standards and expectations for yourself are crazy high. You might be going through something this week that's going to require you to step up and do better, okay? And this could be just like your own thoughts about like, oh, I need to do better, or there's just something that comes up that's like, okay, like, you know, you have to work on this and accomplish this thing this week. And I don't know if you feel bad about that, or like that, like, I don't know if you feel like you failed or you're failing. Personal energy for the Cancer, please. One card. Four of Wands. In your energetic personal state, you're good, okay? Like, you're all about the life that you're living right now, right? Like, when it comes to your home life, your partnerships, your family, the people who literally live in your home, you know, inside and outside, right? Your animals, your garden, your parents, your siblings, like all the things, okay? Beautiful energy. There's also a sense of celebration here as well. Like, you want to celebrate, you want to get together and come together with the people you love. You know, maybe you're gonna host a party, people are coming over, you're beautifying your surroundings, you're working on redecorating, or you're working with your flowers and all of that. Like, there's a lot of beautiful energy coming through and exuding from you, you know. The shining moonlight coming out of your aura, of your essence, is notable. And if you're taking this reading literally for this week, the summer solstice is on the 21st. So you might be exuding that as well, right? Because that is a full moon. And it's the first day of Cancer. So, you know, there's a lot going on there. And you're shining and you're bright and you're lovely. So have some compassion for yourself. All right, what is this about? More details, please. Cancer. Okay, there's a lot on your plate. You feel a little pressured. Take it slow, take it easy, one thing at a time. There's a lot riding on you. Come on. Sorry, it's not feeling right with the shuffling. Yeah, there's deadlines. I feel like you got to get something done by a certain time. Ace of Swords. Truth has come through, a message, information. Like, you got a notice, or you got, I don't know how to explain it. Like, this is just information that has come through that all of a sudden ignites a fire under you to get something done, but it feels overwhelming. It feels like there's a lot that you need to do. And this is to get the wheel moving. I do feel that with the Wheel of Fortune, there is a surprise or some sort of like blessing coming through. It's like the universe like coming and saying, here, let me help. Okay, like, I know that you're going through this, but I'm gonna give you some help here. And I'm not saying that the universe is gonna do it all for you, but you will feel a sense of like, oh, thank God, you know, because there was so much pressure when this first started. Does that make sense? But there's a lot of truth and integrity coming through, vulnerability, like the ability to see through a situation, to get the truth of a situation. I'm getting also facts. Okay, like there's facts coming through with this energy. At the same time, something here is like asking you to, like, I'm getting the word essence. And I don't know, it's like, what is this? Sensuous also? Like a sensual, graceful energy that needs to come through while you're working at this. Or maybe it's like you're doing so much, but you look good doing it, right? You're doing so much, but you feel good doing it. You feel confident, you feel feminine, you feel strong, like a strong feminine. You know, like there's something about that, like beauty also that's coming through at this time for you. Even though you may not feel it, right? Like, even though you're just like, oh my God, I look like crap. I've been working all day. I've been doing this. I've been doing that. Like, you know, I don't even have time to like get dressed or, you know, put my makeup on. Or if you're a man, like you don't have time to like, I don't know, do whatever you do to make yourself feel good physically. And so, but at the same time, I do get strongly that other people don't see it like that. Other people see beauty coming through. Why is this all dirty? Okay. But yeah, so the Wheel of Fortune coming and offering something, a sort of blessing here to get the ball rolling, to save the day. Or, I do, like I was going to say earlier, but then I got distracted of like, it starts off with a lot. It starts off with like, oh my God, like I have to do this, I have to do that, blah, 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 blah. The Wheel of Fortune comes in with like, here's a blessing. And it just takes all of this pressure away. Six of Swords, Nine of Cups, the Star. The Star has been coming out a lot with these readings today. I don't know what that noise is. I don't know if it's coming through in the readings or not. I wonder what it is. Anyway, what am I saying here? Sorry, I'm getting distracted. So, Six of Swords, Nine of Cups, the Star. Yeah. Nine of Cups and the Star. Like, I'm telling you, like, you're gonna get blessed. You're not expecting this thing. Like, there's a true wish come true. Something happens, like the universe comes through, you know, and it's like, thank you, like, thank you. And it's feeling like that, like you get your wish. The Six of Swords, moving away from the pressure, moving away from all of the responsibility and all of the obligation. It just feels overall this week or at this time, it's like you have a lot on your shoulders. Have some compassion for yourself. You're doing great. You're doing amazing, right? Let this go. You get some information that's going to allow you to just be, to feel free, to feel like in love, to feel connected, to feel even connected to like spirit, to nature, to feel one inside of yourself, right? Like super confident, super capable, feeling love for yourself. A lot of strength coming through here as well. Okay, so the week may start off rough, but it's going to end beautifully. All right, and there's wishes being granted. There's blessings coming through. And I know that this sounds like super cliche and like all the other, you know, like, I'm sorry, like fakey tarot readings, but you have the Wheel of Fortune, the Star, and the Nine of Cups. Like, give me a break. You know, there's something that you've been asking for. And even if you're not asking, the universe is coming and giving you a blessing anyway. Like, it could be because it's your birthday time. It could be something with the summer solstice and the changing of the seasons. I don't know. But you're going to feel like you've been blessed and touched by God, touched by the sun, touched by spirit. Okay. And it's going to take you away from a lot of this pressure that you were feeling from the beginning. All right, Cancer. Well, I hope that helped and that provided some sort of insight. Okay, we'll see you in the next one. Bye. Hey, Leo, welcome in. All right, so we're going to start off with a weekly, like, general energetic message here from the Enchanted Path Oracle. Then we'll go into your personal energy with the Moonchild Tarot, and then get details from the Magical Hours Tarot. All right, Leo, what's up with the Leo at this time, please? Positive thoughts. Your thoughts shape your reality. Keep them positive. Yep. All right, so the universe, God, Source, Spirit is asking you to remember this week because something may come up that is challenging you to think this way. All right. You may feel just a little bit pressured. I feel pressure. I feel like, like those feelings, right? Like you just want to, like, enough already. I just want to rest. I just want to chill. I just want to relax, right? Like, why are these things coming up? It's like one thing after another on top of my shoulders type of energy. And it's like, when is it going to end? And maybe for some of you, it's on you to come up with a plan or something like that that will allow you to breathe and have time away. But something's happening at this time of life for you that all of that is very difficult to do. Okay, so you may have like a lot of responsibility. This could be like a work thing or something like that. And then for some of you, like, yeah, you're going through something. Something happens this week that is going to challenge you. And it's going to be hard for you to think positive about it. It's going to be hard for you to keep your cool or keep your optimism and your hope alive. It does feel like one thing after another. Like, just leave me alone. Just let me breathe. Just step back. Just give me space. All right, one card for the personal energy. 5 of Swords. I don't know. This is you, and you're in the 5 of Swords. I think that you're so pressured that maybe you don't know that you are. And so it's coming out in your behaviors and how you're treating others right now. Maybe you don't know that you're stressed. I feel like you feel like you're not getting the help you need. You feel maybe betrayed. Your guard is up for sure. And you're acting out. Your behavior is probably not thought through. It's more erratic. It's more impulsive, right? Like you're reacting quickly instead of thinking it through and working on you, right? Like this is just when somebody feels like shit and they don't understand it and they're just like really irritable and frustrated, and they take it out on the people who love them or who they love. And when this happens, words can be exchanged that were not thought about. Like, you can hurt some feelings, you can burn some bridges, you can lose some friendships, you can create some tension, which would inevitably leave you alone. And you sort of want to be left alone, but I don't know if you want it to be left alone like that, to where the reason why you're left alone is because you hurt some feelings and you piss some people off, but it does feel accumulative, like things just piled on and maybe you weren't able to express them before, and there was a moment where it all just came out. I don't know if you regret it or not. We'll see in these cards. 7 of Cups, Ace of Cups, 5 of Pentacles. There is something about protecting yourself. So maybe you had to say what you said and do what you did out of self-defense. Maybe to you it was okay, but maybe to others, or if you see yourself from a third perspective, maybe you can see how you could have handled the thing better. And I think maybe you do. With the 7 of Cups here, you probably are just reflecting on like, crap, like I could have said this, I could have done this. Sometimes when these moments happen and we are over it, right? Like the peak of the intensity is like over and done with, and we're just coming down from this energy and reflecting on it. Like we see like, shit, like I could have said it differently, or it didn't have to be so dramatic, or it was unnecessary, right, for me to act like that. Because the 7 of Cups is here, there's like an energy of love and because it's cups, right? But there's also like options or like different ways of doing something. But you do have options coming through at this point with the 7 of Cups. And I think that you pick one for sure out of the 7, which is the thing that you love the most, that you care for the most, that you're more emotionally connected to, whatever that is. But there's also this 5 of Pentacles here of like regret. So I don't know. It's probably just like this week is filled with heightened negative vibes, a need to express things that you've been holding in, and it just comes out in a blurt, in a moment, in a spontaneous reactive moment, but it does allow you to see what you love, what you care for, what's important, what matters. Here with the Ace of Cups, there is some regret, like, dang, I should have done it differently. And there's options when it comes to like moving forward. Also, sometimes when we have too many options or like too much to do, we get overwhelmed, and maybe you don't feel like you're getting help. Maybe you feel like you have to make these decisions all by yourself, and it's just like too much for you. So you're just thinking of yourself here. Like, if you cannot be there for everyone and make everyone happy, then just forget it, right? Like, you're just gonna do for yourself here with the Ace of Cups, which may come with some regret, but it's just you can't make them all happy. You have the 2 of Pentacles, the 8 of Wands, and the Moon. You don't know where this is going to go. You don't know where it's going to lead. Okay, there's a lot of unknown energy going on here, but it feels like it's moving fast. And maybe that's another thing. Like, you just don't know. You don't have all the information. You have to make a choice. Too many choices, too many options, but you have to pick something. You can't make everybody happy. Things are moving fast. You don't know what you're doing. Like, it's just a moment in time where you need to like just step outside of yourself and like just let go of all this, so that way you can build yourself up again. Like, it just feels the energy is so heightened. There's so much going on. You can't take control of everything. Like, things are out of control, it feels. And everything's just moving so fast, and you have to make a choice, and it's just like, like, enough. And that's how I was feeling, like the pressure, like you have a lot on your shoulders. The Moon here is strong because it's not providing any direction. It's not like this whole situation. You need a goal, you need a path, you need a plan, but you're finding it super hard to come up with that because it's like so many things are happening. Do you know what I mean? What is a good takeaway message here? Integrity. The energy of integrity supports our choice to be consistently truthful and honest while being guided by high moral standards. I think that it's important to express how you feel. Even though you don't know what's going to happen, even though you're scared that, it's not going to be taken well. If you need the help, if you feel like something is not fair, if you feel like you just have too much on your plate and you're losing control of the thing, I think it's important to say something and to speak up. I need to get a card for the moon, but I don't have a deck. I didn't bring a deck for clarifiers, so I'm going to use this deck. Give me more information about the moon. What does the moon have to say? 10 of Cups. Page of Wands. The Star. You're okay. You're okay. What you don't see, right? Because with the moon, it comes with that sense of the unknown, what is in the dark. What you don't see is that you're just fine, right? Like everything is okay. There is a calling here to use your intuition and to follow your moral compass here, right? Like to do what's right with the integrity. But there's a calling here to do what's right, to like rise up to the occasion, be brave, be strong, and just say like, I don't know what to do. Help me, right? I don't know what's going on. I can't get a grasp on this thing. I can't take control of this thing. Right? Like the truth is that there's uncertainty, right? Like express that truth. Does that make sense? I don't know. But you're okay. You have the 10 of Cups. You have support. Okay, if you're scared to talk about it, don't be, because the support is there. You have the Star, which is going to give you solutions. There's going to be a blessing here that comes through with it. Like I'm also getting that what's coming from this time of life for you is bigger than you think. It's more profound. It's more impactful. It's a blessing. It's a wish come true, and you just don't see it that way right now. Okay, you're just too overwhelmed with responsibility or something, and you don't like how it's going, and you're irritable and you're frustrated because you don't see the light at the end of the tunnel. You don't see how this thing can work out. And the moon is like, just trust. The Page of Wands, you're going to have the inspiration again. You're going to have the answer. You're going to have the solution. Like it's going to come through. So you just have to be like, ask for help. Watch how you're acting and come from a place of love. Okay. Things are moving fast. Yes. You don't know where it's going. Understandable. You need to make a choice, but you need help. You have to ask for help to make that choice. Okay. All right, Leo, that is your reading for now. Hope you got something out of it. We'll see you on the next one. Bye. Hey Virgo, welcome into the reading. So we're going to get started and see what the overall energy is for the week from the Enchanted Path Oracle. Then we'll take a look at your personal energy with the Moonchild Tarot, and then go into details with the Magical Hours Tarot. All right, what's up with the Virgo at this time, please? One card. This one wanted to come out. Receptivity. Be open to receiving love and abundance. Wow, lovely. So this week or at this time, there may be something coming through in your life that is coming from a place of love and care. And I'm getting the word sympathy, but I'm not sure yet, but that word did want to come through. Or maybe there's just people in your life who want to be there for you right now, and you're trying to learn how to accept that. Okay. Like accepting help, accepting gifts, accepting that people genuinely care. Maybe you're the type of person who doesn't like to accept help, who doesn't ask for help. Maybe you find it awkward when people try to give you gifts or go out of their way for no reason, right? Like there is a little bit of like not wanting to bother anybody, or not feeling that you I don't know, like are worthy enough to have somebody go out of their way for you, especially if there's nothing in return that they expect, right? Like just because they love you, they're there for you, and they are bringing their genuine, sincere support. Um so how do you manage that? How do you receive that and take that? It just feels like you find it really difficult. Okay. So there's something there that you would want to look into as it relates to maybe some shadow work. Okay. Like where does that feeling come from, and how can you fix it, or how can you work with that and heal? There's something that needs to be healed. Typically this stems from childhood, old deep rooted traumas that created this behavior. So something to look at there. In your personal energy this week, you have the card of the Tower. Man. So because this is your personal energy, this is not making me feel that the Tower is happening in your external life, but more so in your internal life. This Tower, this breakdown, okay, is happening from within. There's so much going through your body right now as it relates to feelings, emotions, thoughts. What you once knew to be true and solid is not there anymore. And this is probably coming from self, like what you once knew to be true about yourself, like how you felt about someone, how you felt about a situation. For some of you, it's your belief system on life or on spirit. For some of you, it's just a matter of like something happened that changed you at your core. Something happened that changed you at your core. And there is like volatile emotions coming through. There is a deep, deep need to destroy something because you know that it's not working anymore. This foundation is cracked. It's breaking. And it's like the emotions are so volatile here that you want to destroy. And maybe it has to be destroyed. And this is for this is all in an effort to rebuild. Whether you know that or not, because after the Tower comes the Star, right? So there's like hope and rejuvenation that comes through after the destruction of something else. And it's also very psychological, Virgo. Like this reading can go so in depth, but it's not that type of in-depth reading, right? So maybe you want to get a more personalized reading, or like see a therapist, or maybe I'm also getting like some of you may really, really benefit from like trans work or hypnotherapy work. Because like I'm getting that this runs deep. There's so many factors and layers to something. And a lot of it has to do with your psychological state. Okay. And if you feel like there's missing pieces to life or your life, if there's missing pieces to your memories or like just yourself in general, like it's because there's these different doors within that have been closed and you have not opened them in so long that maybe for some of you, you forgot that they're even there, right? Like suppressing memories, suppressing experiences, suppressing parts of self even. Like maybe there are parts of yourself that make up who you are, but for whatever reason, because of your living circumstances, you have not been able to express these sides of self. So yeah, I think that it would be a really, really good idea to start like just even if it's just research. And there's so many like beginner hypnotherapy, guided meditations on YouTube. There's so many books about this, right? Like this is shadow work stuff for sure. So like looking into that, I think even if it's just the research, like that's a start for you to find direction and get the material or the resources that you need. And maybe this is what what this card is talking about. Be open to receiving love and abundance. Be open to receiving care, right? Be open to receiving like help, as in like psychological help or help from a health perspective. It feels like some of you have been living your life not really knowing, or that you have been living out of like survival mode, so much so that you lost a sense of who you are. You have the Six of Cups, the King of Wands, the Hermit. There is something about loving yourself and getting back to like the inner child, the innocent part, the pure part. I don't know if this King of Wands is you or not. I mean, the Hermit card does represent the sign of Virgo. I feel like there is a King of Wands, male or female, who is interfering with your pursuit of health or interfering with you getting healthy. I don't know if there's a health thing going on, like not necessarily psychological, but literal health, but that is coming through pretty strongly. So the Six of Cups is definitely like a sincere emotion. Okay, you have sincere feelings about another person. This could also represent your children, even, that are coming through. Maybe you feel like you have to protect them from psychological pressure or psychological things, right? Like maybe you're trying to prevent trauma, or you're trying to prevent certain experiences happening to them for the sake of like them having a good life, right? Like there's something about whatever you're going through that needs to end, so that way you can stop the pattern or stop the cycle and prevent trauma, especially for some of you who have children who may be experiencing something right now. I don't like how the King of Wands is coming through today in this reading. I really don't. I feel that the King of Wands, male or female, is a person in your life who is very selfish, who is ruled by their desires and their passions, like their primal self, and is not really thinking about the effects that they are having on the people in their life. Okay, this is a person who, I don't know, is just, I'm getting arrogant and I'm getting super selfish. And the Hermit here, which I feel is representing you, is just turning their way from that. But I feel like it's more in a sense of ignorance, like ignoring it. But you can't, because you need to protect this. Whether it's it's your own inner child that you need to protect, right? Like this King of Wands is triggering um traumatic experiences, or even is giving you traumatic experiences like PTSD or something like that. And so you're ignoring this and you're just living through it and turning your head away, when the whole time it is literally affecting your psyche. um and there's something about your inner child needing to be seen, needing to be held, needing to be protected. um and for some of you that's literal, right? Like you are living with this person, but not really seeing how it's affecting the children in your life, and needing, I do think that you're seeing that now though, because you have the Tower card in your personal energy. But there is a lot of quiet contemplation going on, a lot of quiet reflection as well, when there needs to be some action. All right. So I feel like you're not like, how can I say? Like you can't just think about it forever, right? Like at some point you have to take action. At some point you have to do something about it. Um, and then you also have the Chariot, the Two of Wands, and the Four of Wands. Yeah, there's a choice that needs to be made here. Like what way are you going? I think for some of you, you're either thinking of leaving and following your heart, following your soul, like how you're being guided, right? There's a sense of like power that comes through when making a choice of, like, if you have to pick your current life or like the bigger picture, like your where your soul wants to take you, it does take a lot of courage to leave. It does take a lot of courage to pursue this journey and to go down a path of uncertainty, but for an overwhelming feeling that you have to go that way. Like some of you may have an overwhelming feeling that you have to do something, you have to take action, you have to leave. Or like choosing between that or your home life as it stands now. And trying your best to make that to fix it, or to I don't know, just do something, right, to like fix it pretty much. And you are the fixer, right? Like that's how you live your life when it comes to things breaking down. Like things are definitely breaking down, but your behaviors up until now have always been, I can fix it, I can fix it, instead of thinking to yourself like, you know what, this has run its course, I've tried to fix it enough times and it is now messing with this innocent thing in my life that I need to protect. Right? If it wasn't for the innocent thing in your life that you need to protect, then okay, maybe you can take the behaviors and how this person's treating you. But because of that, there is a responsibility that you have to do something different and to let this go. So there is a choice here. I'm going to get a card on this King of Wands. King of Swords. Oh, sorry, Knight of Swords. Yeah, this person may have a way with their words. I feel like they go between charm and persuasion. They go between maybe like sexual advances, or especially if this is a romantic situation, obviously. They go between trying to like keep you entertained, keep you interested, but then also sometimes their words are really hurtful, or their words are very cutting. um this king is portraying himself, him or she, right, male or female, as a king, but they're not yet. They have not really matured to that level of life yet, because they're coming through as knights at this time. I feel like this person thinks they know it all and they're better than, okay, like there is like a pompous type of energy coming through. I feel like this person uses words to manipulate very strongly. These are really nice cards, but regardless. Yeah, and if this is representing like two sides, well, I mean, I do think it's representing two sides of them. But the sun's coming through here, giving me energy of clarity, like seeing or knowing something. I feel like they know things. They can see, they're very perceptive and observant, which is how they're able to keep their place in your life, right? They know what you like. They know what you don't like. They know when they've gone too far. They know how to persuade you and influence you, because they're very observant in that way, because they have to be in order to get their way. So I don't know. I'm not going into too much detail about this. Again, it does require a deeper reading, but these are just weekly energies. So this could be like a bigger thing going on for you. Either way, it does feel like there is a need to let something go, and to be open to healing, be open to help, and like helping yourself here in some way. Okay, Virgo, that is your reading for the week. I hope you got something out of it and everything turns out well. We'll see you on the next one. Bye. Hey Libra, welcome in. So we're going to get started with an overall message from the Enchanted Path Oracle. Then we'll go into your personal energy with the Moonchild Tarot, and then get the details with the Magical Hours Tarot. All right, what's up with the Libra at this time, please? Libra, one card for the Libra. Overall message for the week or for this time of their life. Libra, please. Courage. Be brave enough to chase your dreams. Seems like at this time you feel as though you are going to embark on something big. And I'm also getting the energy of doing it by yourself. Okay. Which is fine. I mean, at the end of the day, I think that you do better, even though you're relationship oriented. But when it comes to like getting things done, right? Like you are super brave. You know, you always just get up and do the things that you have to do the things that nobody else wants to do. And I think you have like strength in your abilities, or like confidence in your abilities, that you could do anything, you could accomplish anything. And so all of that is coming into play at this time. It doesn't mean that you wouldn't want someone to walk this path with you. Like, would you prefer that somebody come along? Maybe. But for the majority of you, they probably are not at this point. So you have a goal in mind, you have a vision, right? You know how to get there, you have a plan to get there. And it's about embarking on that vision toward that goal, getting on the path, on the journey at this time, and doing sort of like whatever it takes. Let's see. Personal energy for the Libra, please. All right, so you have the Five of Swords. Yeah, that's what I mean about the energy of being alone or doing this thing alone. So here with this card, what we talk about is breaking bridges, right? Like maybe there was a conflict that happened that required you to move on and do like go off on your own path. It is a personal thing I'm getting. It's very personal, right? Like Maybe other people are taking it personal, but it's personal to you. Therefore, in your mind, it shouldn't bother anybody, right? Because whatever this is, you're doing it for you. So why do other people have to feel like you're being selfish, right? I don't think that the people who are interacting with you or who are involved in this thing see it that way. They probably see it more as you just thinking about yourself, not being considerate or something like that. And maybe that's true. Maybe you're tired of being considerate. Because consideration might have prolonged this process or might have prevented you from doing this sooner. Or maybe that's all just an excuse as well, right? Sometimes we want something, we want to be something, we want to do something, and we know that we can do it, but there's something that's always there blocking us or preventing us, or, and then so sometimes we find reasons that are external to us, right? And maybe you're not even vocalizing that, like maybe you're not even telling people, but in your mind, it's like, well, I can't do this thing because I have to be there for everybody else, or I have to consider how everybody's going to feel about it. And so you've been doing this for quite some time, but now it's come to a point where enough is enough. It's taken long enough. The time is now. You're ready to go. You're ready to get on with this thing. So you're doing it, but it's not being supported, I guess, by the people in your life. But for sure, there is some sort of conflict happening here. You have the Page of Wands. So there's the idea. There's the vision. It's, yeah, like for some reason, it's just not, even though it's something you really want or you're being guided to, for some reason, it's coming with a level of pain, a level of rejection or disappointment. Okay, this could be you disappointed in yourself for not doing this sooner. You disappointed in yourself for maybe not doing your best. It could also be disappointment in other people, right? Because you're doing the thing and they don't want you to do the thing. I also feel that for some of you, you're being sort of like you have no choice. You have no choice but to move forward. You're clinging on to something. You don't want to let go of it. You don't want to stop thinking about it or stop looking at it. And it's like, how can you manifest this without, like at a high level, without dropping your vibration down? How can you manifest this thing in a positive way, in a way that brings some sort of like emotional fulfillment, instead of emotional distress? I don't know what this is. It's making it a little difficult for me because it's something that's very vague or that's very private or that's not really clear cut. It could be like just a feeling that you've had lately. Like you've been feeling off, you've been feeling down, disappointed, and is the word discontent, dissatisfied or unsatisfied. For some of you, it's more of a vibe, like a phase that you're going through. I do feel that for some of you, you're being called toward a spirit, or a spirit is presenting itself to you to like help you through this process, but I don't think you can see it, or I don't think you're aware enough. Maybe you're not connected enough spiritually to pick up on the signals and the nudges that this spirit or this entity, or it could just be like God, source, universe, whatever, Like, but it's presenting itself to you in tangible ways, or it's presenting itself to you in ways where you can see the answer that you're looking for, right? So this comes through in synchronicities, in moments of being at the right place at the right time, in magic moments, you know, where you show up somewhere and something out of the ordinary happens, right? Like all of this type of stuff is how the universe presents itself, is how the universe speaks to us. So there could be something about that coming through, and you can do this. Like, it's totally doable. You have what it takes. I don't know if you're just sabotaging yourself. And because of that, you might be sabotaging relationships or like creating tension with other people. The feeling of discontentment, is that the right word? Is overwhelming, right? Like this feeling of you're just not happy. You know, like you've lost this light. You've lost the spark. You've lost the optimism. The you're not willing to like perceive the world or your life from a positive standpoint right now. There's a little bit of sulking going on, and like I said, the sabotage. Yeah, the Three of Swords, which is only like validating the fact that you're just feeling really shitty right now. You're feeling really, really down. And you have the Five of Swords again. Wow. I'm also getting an element, and this could be talking about somebody else in your life. It doesn't have to necessarily be you, right? So you take it how it relates to you. But I'm also getting an element of manipulation coming through with the Magician and the Five of Swords. It's like, did someone let you down? Did you believe in something so much that it wasn't true? It was a lie? Or it's like you also have this Six of Cups that's a very pure, loving energy, right? Like maybe you were genuine, you were sincere, but that sincerity somehow was wrapped with malicious intent or selfish behavior by another person, maybe. Somebody was showing that they cared, but the whole time they were just being super selfish and out for themselves. And I think the Courage card is coming through, the universe telling you, be brave enough, be strong enough to get away, to walk away. This week or this time of your life, something is going to come up that's going to make you leave a situation. And it is very shitty energy. And I'm so sorry to bring that up, like to be the person that gives you this news or this reading. You have the Page of Wands, which is the guiding light, which is the hope, which is the light at the end of the tunnel. You know, there's far away, right? If you start walking down this path, you will reach that place again. You will reach the light again. But right now, it feels like it's too far. It's too big of a journey to go on. Like, this can look like, you know, for some of you, you having to leave a relationship or move out of a house or leave a job or something like that, which is obviously a huge, huge step to take. But there is light far away. Like, even in the Four of Cups, you know, she is not seeing this apparition, and I'm associating this apparition with the Magician energy, right? Like the element of potential, right? Like here is potential for something good if you only looked at it and followed through with it. And even there's a light far away. Even behind this shadow, there's light shining. If you just look, you'll find light, right? Meaning if you just perceive your situation differently and start to change your concepts, like your mental, like if your mind were to just shift and switch this upside down to where it's a positive situation, where you see the hope, you see the potential, you'll find it, because it's there, it's all around you, right? Blessings are all around you, light is all around you, love is all around you, but you don't see it. It's like if a spirit or a ghost is trying to get your attention, and it's all around you, but you're not connected enough to feel it there. There's something about that. So yeah, I mean, there's heartache, there's pain, there's, a letdown, loss, you're brokenhearted. This Five of Swords energy is pretty bad. For it to come out twice, it's really bad. And you shouldn't have to live like that. Like, that's not a way to live. If you think that that's normal, it's not. Okay? People who are in these types of relationships or living situations of toxicity, low vibration, manipulation, narcissism, trauma, like, it's not normal. Okay? Like, that does not happen in normal households. Like, that's just your indicator that you should leave, that you should get out of this situation, because it's not okay. Forgiveness. The energy of forgiveness strengthens our capacity to let go of unwanted feelings and emotions. Yeah, there's guilt, obviously, right? Like, there's probably, you feel guilty for leaving. Maybe the other person makes you feel guilty, or the group of people are guilt tripping you or something like that. But like, you gotta forgive yourself. Like, who cares? And I'm so sorry, I know it's easier said than done, but all of the time, energy, years, days that you've spent in this situation, who cares? Right? What matters is this moment and forward. Like, what are you going to do with this moment? Holding on to the energy, the effort, the sacrifices, everything that you've done for this person or for this life or whatever, like, all of that doesn't matter anymore. Like, it doesn't matter, period. It's like the concept of when we die, our entire life and everything that we've accomplished does not go with us. Do you know what I mean? Like, it just happens. You just move on to the next stage of your soul's journey. So this is very much in line with that concept of, it doesn't matter like what you've done anymore, right? Like, stop holding on to that if you are. And forgive yourself for spending so much time there. Forgive yourself for choosing to be there. Forgive yourself for putting your family in this situation. Forgive yourself for what you should have done and didn't do. Like, all of those things that you regret, right? Like, it's happened and it already happened. It's done with. It's not real anymore. It's not a thing anymore, right? Like, that was in the past. The past is not real. So let go of that and try your best to move forward. Okay. All right, Libra, I'm so sorry. I hope it gave you some sort of insight to your current situation and you're able to make a decision and take action in some way. But yeah, that was your reading for now. We'll see you on the next one. Hey, Scorpio, welcome into your reading. So we'll get started with pulling a card from the Enchanted Path for the overall energy of the week. Then we'll go into the personal energy and pull a card from the Moonchild Tarot, and then get details from the Magical Hours Tarot. All right, what's coming through for the Scorpio at this time, please? Scorpio, one card for the overall energy for the Scorpio. What's up with the Scorpio at this time? Compassion. Show compassion toward yourself and others. I don't know if something is bothering you. It feels like that. It feels like you would want you like instead of having compassion, you would rather just sort of go crazy on someone, right? Like something is irritating you, something is bothering you, but your wisdom, your higher self is like, well, can you see past the other person's behaviors and see why they behave the way they behave or why they act the way they act and maybe relate to them in a human way, right? Like maybe there's something about another person that just frustrates you and tests your patience. And it's just like, oh, like, okay, like talking yourself out of reacting negatively and instead having compassion for the person and why they are the way they are, where they come from, why they behave the way they behave. The Three of Pentacles, yeah. So there is definitely communication around that. And learning more about a group of people or someone else. You're definitely working together to build a stronger relationship or a stronger foundation. Doesn't have to be a relationship. This could be like a work thing. You're working on a project that involves the input and the effort of another person or group of people. And the compassion is coming through to say, like, maybe you can't work. How can I say? Not that you can't work well with them, but it is testing you, right? Like it is testing I'm getting perfectionist. I'm getting that you have this vision and an idea of how something is supposed to be and how it's supposed to look. You want there's like a visual component. Like you want it to look a certain way, like literally, like visually look good, like look perfect. You're working on something and you're trying to perfect it. And maybe there's other people that want to be involved in that process and you're scared or like you just maybe apprehensive about it or you're hesitating because you don't think that they share the same vision, or even if they do, maybe they don't have the skill set or the capability to like finish the project the way and make it look the way you want it to look. Do you know what I mean? There's something about that, like a beautiful art piece, or I don't know what it is you're building or what you're working on. And if it's not a tangible piece of like solid material that you're building, then you still want the relationship or the dynamic to be perfect. You have the Nine of Pentacles, the Devil, what? The Ace of Swords. There's something about, yeah, these are definite behaviors. Okay, we're talking about behaviors here with the Devil card. Hold on, I'm sitting with this for a little bit. There's something about, are you fooling yourself? Are you letting someone else fool you? Or like I know the Fool card isn't here, but I'm hearing fool. Like who's the fool? Because it feels like you were, I'm getting like sang a song, or like you were told words were given, and I know I sound weird, really choppy right now, but I'm trying to like articulate the message that's coming through here. Like words were spoken, words were given, you believed it, Maybe you still do. It's like sort of a spell, sort of a trance in another world, in a dream world, in a fantasy place. Not in the real world, though. Okay. So even though you thought you were living the real world, or you were living like whatever you were living, there was an element of fantasy to it, an element of, oh, it just makes me feel like if you just walked into a different portal, like a portal, like you walked into another life, you were living another life. Somebody was living another life. The Nine of Pentacles is very grounded. The Nine of Pentacles also has everything they need, everything they want. They've worked really hard for it. They've sacrificed, they've learned, they've grown to get where they're at. Why is this life a fantasy? The truth comes out with the Ace of Swords. Okay, the bubble has been popped, right? Like the bubble is popped and you see clearly. You see what you didn't see before. You see what is real. Six of Pentacles. I love the Pentacles coming out in a time of complete like uncertainty with the Devil. Whatever you hear, whatever message comes through, whatever truth comes through, it creates boundaries with the Nine of Wands. There's an element of support. Do you need to be supported? Do you need to support someone? A Nine of Pentacles and a Six of Pentacles, you may be supporting someone financially. But it's very much under some sort of light that's very hazy, that is not clear. Like maybe you're just uncertain about your situation right now. I don't know if you feel stuck, like you can't get out of a situation. You can't, like someone has you under their thumb, someone has you under their wing. Like you cannot escape their oh, what is this? Their desires. You can't escape their addictions. You can't escape this. It's like, think of no, that's a bad analogy. It's like just being under someone's spell, but in like, I don't know. I feel this sensation through my body, right? Like I feel it. Um and it's just like I want to say I believe, right? So maybe you believe what they're saying. And the more you're in this spell, or the more you're under this trance, the deeper you go and the more realistic it becomes. And it's just a whole bunch of this person and their talk. Like they're a smooth talker. Like this person tells you what you want to hear, makes you feel safe, makes you feel like if you go out and about, like you're going to get hurt and something's going to happen to you. This person makes you feel like they can protect you, like they will take care of you. And it's just like this dark romance. I do feel that you're in a you're in a dark place physically. Like maybe your environment is dark, which is fine because like you're a Scorpio, but you like it like that. But there is a need to like open your eyes for some reason. I don't know. Maybe you're good with it. Maybe you like living this way. I don't know. But for sure, truth comes out. Okay, like there's something here. Even if you like living this way, even if you feel like just really secure and safe in this dark place with this controlling person. Either way, something happens that you see something that you didn't see before. You hear something you didn't know. A message comes through. There's information coming through. And it just creates this instant wall of protection for yourself. It's like, it also makes me feel like you almost, like you, okay, and I'm so sorry, but this is how it's coming through. It's like you thought that you were in the Nine of Pentacles, in a place where there was very stable, very secure, but it ends up you're in a Page of Pentacles, which is definitely not the nine, right? Like this is just a potential, right? Like there was a start, there was a beginning, there was potential, but it didn't go through, right? Like once you came out of the spell, you realized that you only have one coin, not nine, you know? And you may be needing some help from another person to help you in some way, because here it looks like you're depleted, you're left with nothing, you know? And maybe that's not literally, maybe emotionally, mentally, like energetically, you're depleted. And maybe somebody in your life comes through to help you get out of that. Okay. But however the message is of truth, it's going to be truth about how this person has been controlling you, manipulating you, and making you feel like you had to be in the place that you were, you know, and you see the light, you see that now. There's a lot of talk about it, okay? There's a lot of talk about this situation. I don't know who you're talking to, if it's the person that's helping you, if it's the actual person who we're talking about. But the energy of the week or of this time is just be soft on yourself, forgive yourself, don't be too hard on yourself, have compassion for yourself. Okay. Sorry about that. Like the way the message was coming through for your reading was different. You know, I felt it more like sensationally than just like the intuitive part. Like I felt it in my body. Okay. Kindness. The energy of kindness reminds us to be considerate and wise in our interactions with others and ourselves, and to find the root of our love through our connections to source. Interesting that kindness comes out here, because at a time where you realize that you're dealing with the devil, I don't know how kind a Scorpio would be. Okay. So the feedback, the takeaway message is, as you go through this process, more than anything, be kind to yourself and compassionate to yourself, right? And find kindness in others as well, as people are helping you. Understand that this does go a long way when you are interacting with people, you know, to remember how your dynamics are with them as you're relating to them, as you're building something with them, as you're, you know, just communicating all of this. It's not easy, it's difficult. And it's easy for us, especially if somebody has an addiction or somebody has been telling us a lie and making us believe that we're living a certain way, whatever. It's easy for us to be pissed off and want to hurt back and want to, you know, just ruin their life. And maybe the universe is saying, like, just don't do that this time, right? Find another way, find another approach. Okay, Scorpio, that's your reading for now. Hope you got something out of it. We'll see you on the next one. Hey, Sagittarius, welcome into the reading. All right, so let's get started. We're going to pull a card for the overall energy of the week from the Enchanted Path Tarot. Then we'll go into your personal energy with the Moon Child Tarot, and then get details from the Magical Hours Oracle. All right. Oh, wrong deck. Okay. All right, what's up with the Sagittarius at this time, please? One card for the overall energy for the Sagittarius. Release. Let go of what no longer serves you. All right, well, this is a perfect time to do that. At this time of the year, we just entered into another season, just past the summer solstice. And I think that it's a perfect time to think of possibilities and what's to come. There's a lot of creativity and fertility and beauty that comes with this time of year. And I think that whatever has been holding you back, whether that be your own behaviors, your mental, like your mindset, um, even your external circumstances, if you look around, is there anything or anyone that may be impacting your ability to move forward and create a clear path that involves love and nurture and creativity and all the things that you would like to accomplish, right? Or the goal. If you do have a goal, what is blocking you? Is there anything that's preventing you? Do you feel like you are being pushed down by certain energies in your life that is making it really challenging or hard to hit that goal? So what can those things be? It could be a habit. It could be your health, right? Like maybe your diet or exercise routine. It could be things that you are putting all of your attention to, maybe like too much social media, right? Like put the phone down, put the tablet down, go outside, get some air, touch the ground. And then the more you do that, the more you'll start to see that you have room to pursue the things that you want to pursue, right? Because if you have a goal, it does take work, it does take time. You have to get from point A to point B to point C in order for you to reach that goal. But if you are distracted or if you're putting all of your efforts into things that are not aiding you in pursuing this goal, then it's time to just accept that maybe you have to put these things aside. And maybe not forever, right? Maybe just for right now. Maybe for right now, the best thing is to get off of your social media platforms for the sake of putting all of your focus and energy into a creative pursuit, right? Like that's an example, but that's what I'm feeling with this energy here. All right, what's in the personal energy for the Sagittarius, please? Mind, heart, body, and soul for the Sagittarius. 8 of Wands. Yeah, definitely like so much creativity, so much passion that wants to just burst through the seams here. 8 of Wands, there's fast movement. All right, you want to get things going quickly. This week may fly by for you. There may be a feeling of like, what? Like it's already Friday, right? It was just Monday. Like, where did the time go? So maybe thinking about how to utilize your time more efficiently throughout the week since it's going by so fast. And trying not to get, again, focused on the things that maybe are not going to help you be productive or effective for the week, right? But overall, with you and your personal energy, you want things to happen fast. You're trying to go fast. You're trying to think about timing and how quickly you can get something done. And again, like I said, with all of these wands shooting through, coming through, there is so much energy that wants to be burst. Like you want to burst with energy. You're going to have a lot of energy this week. So you just want to make sure that you're taking care of self and hydrating and not overdoing it too much. There could be some messages or communication situations coming through as well. You may be a messenger giving somebody some information. The Hierophant, King of Cups. Talk about commitment with the Hierophant, commitment to the goal or what you're trying to accomplish. Maybe there's something that you're trying to do that's like long-term effectiveness, or like you want to see something through long-term. But it's like committing yourself to the daily practices of what you're trying to accomplish. And that goes hand in hand with releasing the things that no longer serve you, right? Like it just feels like this week or at this time of life, you're definitely thinking about like what you want to change or how you want to see yourself, the person or the lifestyle that you want to create. But it comes with a form of commitment. Like you're telling yourself, I'm going to do this. And then there's even like a timing thing of like, I'm going to do this by so and so amount of time. And in order for me to do this by so and so amount of time, I have to commit to these daily practices, these patterns or like habits. I mean, more so habits, in order to accomplish this thing. The King of Cups is definitely coming from a place of love, nurture, definitely has their emotions in check. So when somebody is emotionally stable, they're really able to accomplish so much, right? Because a lot of the times when, we're trying to get something done, but our emotions are in flux, right? Like it makes it super hard for us. And I think that your emotions, like your heart, your feelings are in line with your soul and what you want to accomplish, right? So it's bringing out a lot of that passion. You have the 10 of Cups here, which is a beautiful card talking about that emotional stability, emotional fulfillment, contentment. Talks about your support system, the people that love you, the people that you love who are there to genuinely see you succeed and be happy. And so there could be a lot of like, for some of you, it's like you're committing yourself to the pursuit of love, or you're committing yourself to family, to the people in your life, right? Or the things in your life that you love. You're doing all of this for the sake of love. The commitment is strong. So for some of you, you might be committing yourself to a person, or even a family. Like maybe for some of you, you are going into a relationship that has a big family, and you might be committing to not only the person, but also the family. Does that make sense? Because I'm getting like support system or like a group of people. I love how the King of I love how the King of Cups is sitting really solid here, right? Like confident. There's like an inner knowing that this King of Cups is coming through with, like knowing that he or she can really take care of business, or like provide or protect or be there emotionally, lovingly, nurturingly for the ones that they love, right? Like this is the person that people depend on to support them and to love them unconditionally. The person that everybody knows that will be there for them, if that makes sense. You also have the Magician, the Four of Wands, the Knight of Cups. Yeah, there's so much love and passion here. I love this reading so much. I mean, even your face cards with the Hierophant and the Magician are really strong, powerful elements here, right? Like manifestation. And that's what you're doing. You are putting all of your soul, heart into something, and you're creating a better like quality of living. And it's also because your emotions are so solid and they're in check that it feels like it, right? Like maybe nothing has really changed, right? Like maybe you didn't get a new job, maybe you're not, you didn't like, how can I say, like you didn't change the big parts of life, but because your emotions are in check and you're feeling good, you're feeling loved, and you're giving love, it's all like you're seeing your life different from a different perspective, and it feels different, but it feels better, if that makes sense. Four of Wands is a card of union, companionship, partnership, even celebration. Again, a lot of like family dynamics, people that you love coming through. Maybe you're hosting a party, or you just have a lot of visitors at this time. Maybe you're beautifying your home, right? Like doing some redecorating or adding some elements into your personal like home style. I don't know, but there's a lot of emphasis on home right now. And I'm getting like communication between you and another here about these home life things, and about how to manifest and create a home life that like there's a vision here. Okay, like somebody or two people have a vision of what they want this place or this thing to look like. And it doesn't have to be home. It could just be like your relationship, what you want your relationship to be like. Maybe there's a lot of talk about that, like more futuristic talk, right? Like the goals that you're putting into place. And that's why so much has to change, or so much has to be let go. All of those old things from the old self, right, that you were into, or those habits or whatever, that just are no longer there to help you or aid you or guide you in any, substantial way, just are fleeting off, right? Like it's not even a thing anymore. You don't even do this habit anymore, and you don't even think about it. You're off to the new stuff, and you're really passionate and enthusiastic about where you're headed. So yeah, that's the energy for the week for you, Sagittarius. It looks great. Hope everything turns out well, and we'll see you on the next one. Bye. Hey Capricorn, welcome into the reading. So we're going to get started with an overall energetic message for the week from the Enchanted Path Oracle. Then we'll go into your personal energy with the Moonchild Tarot, and then get details from the Magical Hours Tarot. All right, Capricorn, what's up with the Capricorn at this time of life, please? Capricorn. Playfulness. Being playful. Bring playfulness and fun into your life. All right. Well, maybe you're just out and about, getting some activity, exercising. Maybe you're spending some time with kids. It is summertime, so maybe you have a lot of activities going on with the children in your life, or just you in general. There is the universe, God, source, spirit is asking for you to not take this time so serious, to enjoy yourself, to go out and experience things, to say yes to invites or ideas that are coming through, especially if it involves action and a physical movement. To go out, get some sun, maybe go to the water, or join a competition, or help coach some kids, something like that. But just bringing out your inner child, and I'm also getting something about competitiveness in a playful way, of course, right? And maybe competing with self, or like pushing yourself, even like how far can you take it, or how far can you go? All right, personal energy for the Capricorn. One card for the personal energy. Mind, heart, body, soul. Eight of Swords. Yeah, no wonder the universe is like, just don't take it so seriously. Like, it's not that serious. And I'm so sorry to, say it that way, especially if you're really going through it. I mean, maybe to you, it's like, it's your whole world, right? Whatever is happening. Typically, with the Eight of Swords, you're trapped in your own mind. It's not a physical, literal thing, okay? Because this is a personal card. So you may be in your mind this week, or at this time, thinking that you cannot get out of a situation. I'm also getting, for some of you, like, you're in a situation, and maybe you're stuck there, right? Like maybe you have to work more than you wanted, and you're missing an event or something like that. This is just an example. And you know, you're trying to like get out of it and you think that you're trapped and all of that. Instead of that type of thinking, it's more like just accept the situation for what it is and have fun with it. Okay. And I know that that's a horrible like example, you know, but that's what it feels like. Like you're in the situation. It's probably not going to allow you to get out of it for now, at least. You might as well have fun there. You might as well let loose. You might as well smile and laugh and joke around and just release energy that is holding you back, that is keeping you in your head, that is bringing down your overall vibration. Okay. Your vibe may fall, right? Like you're going to have to pick it up with this childlike, innocent, you know, inner child energy. Like you don't want to be the one that's coming through a group of people and you're just down, you know, maybe you're stressed out, maybe you have a little bit of anxiety, maybe your nervous system is a little rocky right now, and it just means like just release it, let loose. All right, let's get some details for the Capricorn, please. Seven of Swords with the Eight of Swords. Five of Cups. What is happening? Four of Wands at least. I mean, there's so much to be grateful for. There's so much to enjoy and celebrate. But for some reason, you're not allowing yourself to do that. The Five of Cups is an energy of like thinking or feeling that you have lost something and you're sad about it. Okay. The Seven of Swords is either you or something in your life like leaving or fleeting. There's a strategy, a plan that someone is coming up with to get away from a situation. And I think that if this is you needing to get away from a situation, you're so sad that you even have to do this to begin with. Like you feel like something is making you leave and you don't want to leave, but you have to leave for the sake of joy, family, unity, harmony, partnership. You're turning your back on the beautiful things in your life right now, and you're walking away from some sort of union. Doesn't have to be romantic, but it's definitely between like you and other people, most likely the people in your home. Maybe for some of you, it's just a matter of like you're moving out. You don't want to leave that home. You love that home. You know, maybe you lived with family. You don't want to leave them. It's like a bittersweet moment. Like you're energetic, your whole self on the inside is feeling stuck. It's feeling like you just need to get out and you need to breathe. For some reason, right? And you're coming up with plans and strategies to do that. Like it's thinking to yourself like, okay, well, if I do it this way, what if I do it that way? You know, like trying to maybe come up with a win-win situation so that way you don't hurt, that way the people in your life won't hurt. But it does feel very bittersweet. And you're wasting a lot of mental energy, energetic energy. You're wasting a lot of time, like all of your effort or whatever, thinking about it, when it could be a time of innocence and love and, just having fun with the idea of leaving or moving or getting away for some reason. the Hanged Man, the Ace of Pentacles, the 10 of Wands. Yeah, there's a lot of pressure riding on you right now. You have an opportunity to go. Wow. Man. It's like, it's supposed to be a positive time of life. It's supposed to feel good. It's supposed to be a time of life that's like, where you feel accomplished, or I don't know, like it's one of those, how can I say it? I'm going to give an example because I don't know how to explain it. It's like, let's say you are moving for college, right? Um, and so that's like a big pivotal moment in life that, you know, if you grew up in an environment, in a family where that was the thing to do, was after, you know, high school, you move away to college, then you've been waiting for this your whole life. You knew that it was coming. Do you know what I mean? So therefore, it could be an exciting moment, but at the same time, it might not be because you feel bad leaving home, right? Like it's scary, it's intimidating. Like you're gonna miss your family, you're gonna miss your life. Do you know what I mean? That's just an example, but it's like that. It's like you know it's led up to this. It's the next chapter. It's the next phase. It's what is happening. It's what comes next in life. Um, and I don't think, maybe in your mind before, like you fantasized about it and you thought this through and it was like a positive thing and you knew how it was going to go and, you know, whatever. But I don't think it's happening like that. For some reason, it's not as smooth. For some reason, there's obstacles and challenges along the way. And maybe you didn't see that when you thought it through. Or, you know what I mean? Like, maybe you thought it was just going to be easy and it's like, oh, I'm just going to do it. You know, like sometimes people are like, well, how are you going to do it? I don't know. You just do it. Like sometimes people don't have answers like that. Sometimes they just think that anything is possible, which it is. Anything is possible. But there is a level of preparation and anticipating what can go wrong, or being ready for the like moments where life hits you and changes course, you know. And I think that for some of you, these obstacles could be a sign that maybe you're not supposed to go that way, and maybe you're taking it like that. Like something in you is like, no, like I don't want to do this, or this is not what I'm supposed to be doing, even though you've been preparing for this forever. It's just a lot of pressure. There's an opportunity that has risen, that has come up that you were not expecting. And because of that, you're seeing this whole situation so differently. This could be like a relationship as well. Like you're thinking that you're going to go toward one path, on a path with a person, and maybe life is steering the both of you in different directions. It could be a job, right? Like same thing, like you think you're going to move up and you're going to get the next promotion or like whatever, but life is coming through and it's just like steering you in a different direction. For some of you, I don't know a lot about the people who listen to these videos I make because I don't get a lot of comments. But for some of you, if you are on if you consider yourself a witch in any way, or a pagan practitioner, you know, like for some of you, there is a goddess or a deity, god or goddess, that's calling you toward another path to work with them. And sometimes when that happens, our lives change. Okay. So I would look into that if that is for you. But yeah, anyway, I can go on and on. This is probably like a bigger read than just the next 7 days, but I hope you got something out of it anyway. All right, Capricorn, we'll see you on the next one. Thanks. Hey Aquarius, welcome into the reading. So we're going to start off with pulling a card from the Enchanted Path Oracle to get an energy card for the week. Then we'll go into the Moonchild Tarot to get your personal energy, and then details from the Magical Hours Tarot. All right. So what's coming through for the Aquarius at this time? One card. What is the overall energy for this time, for this week for the Aquarius? Joyful living. Choose to live joyfully every day. Love that. So maybe you're having a lot of fun this week. Maybe you're spending time with the people you love, the people like your favorite people. Finding a lot of joy in the things that you're doing. Maybe you have been working on cultivating a life that enables you to live this way, to where you don't feel bogged down by responsibility, obligation, but just more free, loving, free spirited, childlike even. Maybe you are playing like with your children outside, or just getting some sun and doing some activities. It does remind me of like sunshine, like being out. I'm also getting like water. Okay, so it is the summertime. Maybe you're doing some water activities and just having a good time. All right, and if you're not, then this is your indicator to do so and try it out. What's in the personal energy for the Aquarius? Five of Wands. Definitely go toward the joyful living. Because in your energy, there's a lot of passionate energy coming out, like a little bit of anger and fire. Okay, like something has you worked up. I'm getting that you are worked up about being left out or forgotten, or just like maybe something came up and no one told you about it, and it's just getting you upset. I don't know if you're starting a fire in some way, like starting a fight or an argument, or just expressing yourself in a more combative or direct way that may eventually like end up where people are just not on the same page. There's just a lot of tension around you. You may be putting out some fires of like, okay, well, something came up and I need to fix it, but it's also equally like making you angry, right? Making you upset and frustrated that you have to even do that to begin with. So maybe you're trying to go toward more joyful living, but things are coming up that are requiring your attention to streamline something, to get a group of people on the same page. With the Five of Wands, it's like there's so much going on, and everybody has their own intentions or their own desires. Like everybody wants what they want, but it just like can't come through to where you can make everyone happy. And so it's like one thing after another. Like you have to talk to this person, you have to talk to that person, you have to go over here and like fix something, and it's just creating more and more of a situation for you. I'm also getting like something about residual, like leftover, either leftover energy or a conflict or something like that that's like been lingering, that needs to be resolved, that needs to like come to have some closure, like tie it up and move on type of energy. What else for the Aquarius? Eight of Pentacles. Okay, so this could be work. The Fool. There is the joyful living. Yeah, it's very much in line with this. Like your obligations, the things that you are required to do are coming before your ability to just relax and have fun for the sake of your stability. with the Nine of Pentacles. Okay, so Eight of Pentacles, Nine of Pentacles, beautiful energy. To when it comes to like providing for yourself or for someone else, or creating and building a really strong financial situation, a really strong home situation. And there could be a new start with this as well. I don't think you see it that way with the Five of Wands, but there's like a new start when it comes to work, when it comes to money, when it comes to your finances and the material sides of life. This new start will require some work and some attention and focus for sure, but it'll take you to a level of like a higher level, compared to where you're at right now financially or materially. I do feel that it's also going to, once you're there, like there is definitely an energy of being alone, okay, and doing this on your own. I think you work better like that for now, but it doesn't mean that you don't miss the people in your life you want to spend time with. And it's like almost like a sacrifice, right? Like sacrificing time right now to have a better life for the future and for your family in the future. I don't know if it's like a give and take, or like part of you super excited about it, ready to get going, ready to get started on this thing. But then at the same time, this is here. Like this is your energetic state for this reading, right? Like this represents you and where you're coming from. You have this beautiful energy coming to you or already here, right? A new start, something fun that you can pursue, a new project, whatever, that's going to make you some money and put you on a better financial journey. But I don't know what this is and why it's there. Maybe you're just not seeing it like that. Maybe because it requires some effort from you, you are upset. It's like, why do I still have to work? Why do I still have to put so much of my time, energy into things, in order to have more? Like I've already worked. I've already done this stuff. Now you're asking for more, right? Like that could be a situation here. Oh, goodness gracious. Yeah, you feel tied up. I feel like you really just want to go off and be free. Okay? Like you want to just have fun, do your thing. You feel like you deserve it. You feel like you've worked really hard for it. You feel like you're in a really solid place to do that. But it's not going your way. That vision, that idea, that plan, if you had a plan to do this, if you had a plan to take time off, if you had plans to, hang out with your family, like whatever, it's just not happening, right? For whatever reason, the universe is coming through, probably work. And it's like, no, we're not doing that right now. Right now, you have to focus on your money. Right now, you have to focus on your work, on your job, on your financial situation, whatever. And there is a sense of new. So at work, or that whatever it is that you do for money, there is an opportunity to start a new path here. And it's just throwing you off. With the Hanged Man, it's a halt, it's a stop. Okay, like the direction that you were going, you're no longer going. For whatever reason, the universe has just stopped. It's not that you changed paths, it's just there's a dead end at this point, and you feel like you can't get out of it. Okay, the Three of Swords and the Eight of Swords, you're going through it mentally, and that is starting to trickle into your emotions. There is a level of loss and pain coming through with the Three of Swords. But the Hanged Man urges you to see things from a different perspective, to have faith in the process. For whatever reason, you're not in control of this right now. For whatever reason, the universe is asking you to just chill out and take a back seat, right? Maybe have some fun while you are in this stagnant period. Maybe let loose and, like, relax while the universe takes care of a situation, because it does feel like you're trying to force something here, and it's not meant to happen the way you want it to right now. I'm not saying that it's never going to, but for right now, it's not the path. It's not what the universe has in store for you. Okay. And it probably sucks, because you're so used to being in control of your own life. And I'm not saying that you're not, but you have an obstacle. You have an energetic blockage that's happening right now. And when we go through those moments, it's a good opportunity for us to just focus on other things while we're in that waiting moment. Probably do some healing, okay? Self-help, self-care, self-love type of stuff here. Healing from mental, maybe some traumas, healing from some emotional traumas. Yeah. These readings are not meant to be super long, so you can't really go into more details. Okay, good takeaway message from the Sacred Geometry Oracle is connection. The frequency of connection supports our ability to find alignment and resonance with others, things, and ideas. It's all about the alignment right now. Realigning you. Maybe you didn't know that you were not on the right path. Maybe you were just being what's the word, just living, and just comfortable day to day, not really rocking the boat or making any changes, but change is inevitable, right? You were trying to stay consistent this whole time, which you do great. You do a great job of being consistent. But sometimes, universe comes through and it's just like, okay, we're going this way now. And maybe it's just one of those moments where you're going another direction and things are just lining up again, but it doesn't feel like that. It doesn't feel like things are lining up because it feels a little chaotic and, things are halted. You just don't feel like you can get a really good break. But it'll come, And these moments, like I said, are meant for us to do some work on ourselves if we're not able to work on the things that we want to work on. It's time for introspection, reflection, healing. Okay. All right, Aquarius, that's your reading. Hope you got something out of it. We'll see you on the next one. Hey Pisces, welcome into the reading. So let's get started. We're going to get an overall weekly energy read with the Enchanted Path Oracle cards. Then we'll go into your personal energy with the Moon Child Tarot, and then get details with the Magical Hours Tarot. All right, what's up with the Pisces this week, please? Pisces. Give us insight to the Pisces current situation, what they're going to be dealing with at this time. One card for the Pisces overall energy. All right, detachment. Let go of attachment to outcomes. Okay, so maybe you are really, really working on something, very focused on something, and maybe you're putting all of your energy into it. And for some reason this week, the universe is asking you to just let it ride out. Like, you've put enough work into the thing. You have spent a lot of time, energy, effort, and it feels like you've done everything you could, right? You could do everything you can. Now it's just a matter of letting things unfold. Let the universe take over from here. Let the process that you put into place just work for itself, right? Like now it's time to just let go and watch it fly, right? Like watch it take a life of its own, watch it do the thing that you were programming it to do, and just release from it. And it's also going to come with a sense of like, I want to say the word enlightenment, but more so just freedom, right? Like not too much pressure, not too much on your shoulders, like just you're able to breathe and you're able to just take a deep breath, a big sigh and relax, if that makes sense. Because you did as much as you could. Do you know what I mean? All right. Let's get a personal card for the Pisces, mind, heart, body, and soul. One card for the personal energy. Oop, that's 2 cards, but I only saw one. The Star, love that. Yeah, your hopes, dreams, and wishes are going into this thing, you know? That's why you put so much work into it. You want to make sure that it's working, that it does what it's supposed to do, that you get something out of it, you get the results that you want. I want to say that for some of you, if you haven't already, maybe it's a good idea to do some sort of like personal ritual for this to, I don't know, like to bless this thing. And it doesn't have to be like a full-blown ritual, like if you're a practitioner, like witch or whatever, you could just pray. Pray or go outside, speak to the moon, look at the sky, talk to something, talk to the stars, and just ask, right? Ask for the energy of the world, the universe, God, source, spirit, to bless whatever this is and allow it to take form. Okay. There is a sense of like universal, big picture. Maybe in your own personal energy, you are thinking that way right now, right? Like it's not so mundane, it's not so day to day, like task oriented. Like you're thinking of otherworldly things, you're thinking of how life was made or the universe was, I don't know, like, these bigger picture concepts of life. Some of you are probably studying like metaphysics or occult type of stuff, right? Like topics. Um, Maybe you're putting these things into practice. I am getting heavy ritual energy though. Of course, working with water because you are a water sign. And like giving an offering would be smart or would be beneficial. Like giving an offering to the earth, to the land spirits or something like that to help protect this thing and guide this thing, whatever it is. But yeah, the detachment, it's like just let go and have trust and faith here with the Star card. The things will be all right. Everything will fall into place. Everything will be as it should. You, like I said, you've done everything you can. 5 of Swords. Five of Wands, 2 5s back to back. 5 energy is pretty hard. It's not the best, okay? 4 Swords. 5 of Swords, 4 of Swords. Yeah, very much in your head at this time. Very much in your head. You need to let go. Okay? This detachment card is the universe telling you, like, Pisces, it's too much already. You need to let go and just, the universe is telling you, like, just trust me. Trust me, I'm gonna do it. Trust me, it's gonna happen. Just watch. Like you've done enough. The more, I'm also getting like, especially here with the 5 of Swords, like the more you do for this thing, you're gonna start to warp it and like morph it into something that it's not. Okay? So you want to be careful with that. I'm getting like better, or somebody is telling you to do something or like advising you, right? And you hear it, yeah, but I don't think that you're really interested in like doing what they say. I don't think that, I don't know, the Five of Swords is just making me feel not so much stubborn, but just more so reckless, or like you don't care what happens. You don't care what happens around you. Maybe this, the more you spend time on this thing, the more affected the people in your life are becoming. Yeah, because I see like a shift in connection. Okay. I see people going their own ways. Maybe you're detaching here, but people going in separate ways. The Four of Swords is requiring rest, taking it easy, calming your mind. There's a need to get away from some chaos and some toxicity that's happening. I don't know if this is coming from you or somebody else, but there is definitely a need to like just call it, it is what it is. Enough is enough. You know, like I can't, not me, but like you, right? Like you can't work on this anymore. Like there's prayer, there's like a little bit of desperation I'm getting here with the star of like, please, like fix this, right? Or like take it from my life, or you know, whatever. And I don't know like who's feeling like this, but the Five of Swords is burning bridges. It's being selfish. It's, you know, doing something for the sake of your, like you put your mind to it, you put your foot down, like I'm gonna do it, I don't care what you say type of energy. And maybe somebody else, there's somebody else around here, you can see that walking out the door, you know, because they're done with it. Or this could be you walking out the door because you're done with it. I don't know. I mean, we get to those levels, especially when we're dealing with like a high maintenance, you know, super toxic drama, like type of relationships, like relationships that are constantly like going through something. There's always a problem, there's always drama, there's never like downtime or rest or whatever. Like enough is enough. It feels very overwhelming or like tiresome here. You got the Death card, yep. Ten of Pentacles, Page of Wands. This is just like focus on your money, focus on your family, focus on, you know, the good things in life, the things that you've been working your butt off to like accomplish, and you know, providing for people, and making sure that everybody in the home is comfortable and has a good life, right? Like the Ten of Pentacles is everything that we want in life. I do feel strongly that somebody is starting over here with the Page of Wands. There's definite change. Things are just happening, and I feel that you see it like one argument after another argument is just changing the way you feel, changing the way someone feels. One action after another action, one selfish act after another, you know, like it's just getting too much. People are not on the same page. You just want a Ten of Pentacles type of living. You want to make sure that you're safe, you're secure, your family's safe and secure. You know, money's coming in, bills are paid, you have extra to do the fun stuff. You thinking about your extended family, your parents, your siblings, like, you know, like just being there for everyone. There's something about these dynamics that might be changing right now. Even though you want it so much and you may be working your butt off to get it, something's going to change about it. And there is a new start here with the Page of Wands. Okay. There's a spark, there's a start. I don't know if like the Death card is representing a new start with this energy that's coming up here. Whatever this energy is that's like overwhelmingly toxic, and all the arguments and all of the tension and everything happening, it's going to change. Whether that's changing for good and it's no longer in your life, or changing as in two people finally see like, okay, we need a change and we need to do something about this, right? Maybe you're taking time apart here with the detachment card, doing some reflecting, some self-growth here with the Star, and resting with the Four of Swords. With the Four of Swords, with the rest will come motivation, will come inspiration with the Page of Wands. All right, you're not going to be able to get back on track if you're constantly involved in this mess. You got to get out of the mess in order to see clearly, in order to reevaluate your situation, in order to see what has to change. Once you see that, then there's like a newfound light, hope. You know, something new is coming through. You feel rejuvenated again. You feel motivated again. You have energy again. But all of this messy stuff needs to go. All right, Pisces, that was your reading. I hope you got something out of it. We'll see you on the next one. Bye.